I wanted to ask you firstly about the line that you say before you sign yourself away to the high life. Read the small print.
But there's a flip side to all things, so before you sign yourself up to the high life, make sure you read the small print. Listen, please, listen to me when I'm...
The small print is just like all the bullshit in it. There's a spare like, it's different, man, it's different. I was gonna say, like it's just, I don't know, man, it's just mad, isn't it? Like when you become like famous, it's just like a different life in it, and there's a lot of things that people like that I didn't know that it would be like when I was trying to get to where I am now. Do you know what I mean? Not like saying that where I am is the end of it. There's much more people that are, you know, more successful, more famous than me. But this is like the start of it, and I feel like the transition period is the hardest part, because once you actually become like super successful, super famous, you're probably so used to it that it's cool. But the part when like this part is a bit mad for my brain. You get me? Changing from like someone who used to go to a club with a CD in my hand to do a PA to now, you know, doing tours, main supports and tours, headlining tours, and like just a lot of different things, man. And you know what? On my album, doing it again, I do try and express, and I think that's what this album is about, man. It's about the transition, and I try and tell people how it is and shit, man.
Are you able to reveal the reasons why your album's being pushed back to next year?
Yeah, it's basically because obviously there's different rackings and things for albums leading up to Christmas, and basically the time when I was going to release my album is now. I've missed that racking. You know what I mean? Yeah. So these retailers have said basically, you know, we'll put Skepta on the rack, but it's going to have to be next year January. So I have to release another single. I shot the single, the video to the single in IB for the other day. So right now it's just all about crossing my heart and making sure that gets to where it needs to get to before I start, you know, promoting the next thing.
Yeah. I think when I watched your video, when you done the, you know, when you had the video cameras following you before you premiered the song with Diddy, I think you had a line at the end when you said something about the boy bands will be back, so people should kind of like stick to their roots or their essence of music.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think? Do you think where we are now that some people are thinking that this thing's going to be forever when it's really just probably for maybe the next year or so?
Yeah, I feel like, you know, it all goes around in a circle, innit? Like, the game, I don't think anything in this life is set for, you know, us, like you say it, us, the general public to win. We're always, it's set so we are all, you know, we can't get past a certain level, do you know what I mean? So yeah, they're willing to help all of us, you know, grime artists, urban artists, young artists of today, you know, get this platform, and one day, like I said, you know, the boy bands will come back in. It's going to be a guitar affair. It's going to be, you know, live bands, live drums and all this stuff. The guys with the spiky hair, they're going to come back into fashion. They're going to have enough of this shit after a while, you know what I mean? But the main thing you need to do as an artist is to not to forget your fan base and who actually like you. Whether you want to go commercial a bit and mess about with different genres, you know, make sure you've got a solid fan base, because I can tell you this for now, a lot of these, you know, these young kids, you know, that, not a lot, sorry, shall I say some of these young kids that like us today, they won't like us in a couple of years or in the next year. It's going to be the new hype, you know what I mean? It's going to, you know, obviously you will gain some dedicated, loyal fans and actually do like you for what you're doing, and they will stick with you. So that's what I was trying to say in that interview there. I was just saying basically, you know, really, you know, solidify your fan base and make them know why they like you. Don't make them not know why they like you. If someone doesn't know why they like me, they just like me because I'm on the telly at the moment or radio want to play my songs at the moment. I don't really want them fans anyway. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I don't really want them fans. I want fans and supporters that actually like Skepta, like Boy Better Know, and you know, and understand that this is a lifetime thing. You know, be with us for the long run.
Yeah. This year in the grime scene, or let's say people who've originated from the grime scene, who have you been most impressed with in their music?
Myself. jumper, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like, obviously he was known a grime MC, and he was known, and people think, but, you know, there's always the hot stuff for the moment, and I don't think people ever actually said, you know, Tiny Temper's like top 5, or Tiny Temper's like top 3, or something like that. His name was never called out like that.
Yeah.
So, it's like he's found his own avenue, found his lane, and he's gone down it, and he's not turning back, and he's not listening to no one, and he's doing it with good music. You know what I mean? It might not be grand, it might not be what we all do, but it's good, it's nice to listen to, and, you know, I hope for his sake that it goes well for him, because I don't think he owes nothing to the grime scene like that. You know, anyone who turn around to him and call him a sellout or anything, or he's forgotten his roots or whatever, he can stick his middle finger up to them, because they never, you know, they never really helped him to get where he was now.
Yeah.
So I'm really proud of him as a person. Obviously, like, I was on tour with him, like the Chipmunk tour early on in the year, and I got to speak to him and like chill out and have some down to earth talks and that. And I just feel like he's a proper humble guy, man, and everything he gets, he deserves it, man.
Yeah. Now, for you, with what's happened this year, have you been surprised how you've had like 2 or 3 singles chart? Were you ever expecting that to happen so soon this year?
Not really. It's been a long journey, man.
Yeah.
I look back at it and I feel like we've worked hard for it. You know, I look at the things around me, the things I have, the things I feel like I deserve it. Do you know what I mean? But it's got to a stage where charting is just to be. It's just so you get played on the radio, and you can get recognised and heard by different people, because obviously Radio 1 is our only nationwide radio that everyone can listen to up and down the country, do you know what I mean? So, right now, I'm just really, like I said, like, trying to put out music, good songs, you know, to make a fan base that likes Skepta, and you know, stick with me for the long run. 2010, if anyone would ask me in 2009 is, what do you think will happen in 2010? I would have said something would happen, because, you know, we was getting to a stage where we was just churning out hits as, like, on a regular basis. We was doing it just like the majors done it. You know, we had our TV pluggers, we had our press, we had everything. We was doing it all independently. Wherever show I went to and got, I don't know, $2 grand, $3 grand, $1.5 grand, would put it back into music. So I knew eventually it would get here. And it's not the end, man. I'm going to carry on, man. 2011, I'm going to be even more of a problem, man. I'm not stopping.